Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a beautiful morning. Okay. Blue sky report. Blue. Good morning. How are you? Where are you? And what is it like today? My name's Daniel Halenko. This is Conscious Catch Up Show, like 40-ish. And I can tell you today, it is stunning. So I hope it is brilliant blue skies wherever you are. If you've not been outside, please do so at some point, because you never know when we might not be able to. So if you still have the opportunity to go outside, get out, enjoy yourself. If it's windy, go and brush some cobwebs off. Whatever you need to do, but go and enjoy yourself. A beautiful good morning to Elaine and to Freddie and to Stefan and to the three other people that are probably on the Kotori page or on the YouTube page. If you're on one of those pages, please throw a comment in so I can see who you are and where you are. Don't have access to everything whilst I'm here. I'm going to attempt to try and get access to one of them, just so that I can say hello as well. When I can find it, there we go. Let's open that one. So, turned out we got Scooby on the other line as well. Brilliant. Okay, so at least know one other person. Then good morning to you all, one and all. Good morning. So we will begin how we always begin, which is with a tiny bit of breath work. Nothing too strenuous for the morning. If you've never done it, welcome, relax, enjoy yourself. If you have done it before, you're also welcome to relax and enjoy yourself. So find yourself somewhere comfortable. Do some nice, gentle movements. Won't take us more than a minute. You can sit down, you can lie down, however you wish. Let's take a couple of normal breaths. Whilst you're doing that, just roll the shoulders a bit. Move the neck. I want you to take a full breath in and hold. Lift the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back, and then let them all drop with a sigh. Lift the shoulders and breathe in again. Hold and roll them back. And let them drop with a sigh. Do that one last time. And just find a couple of normal breaths. See if you can feel the bodies a little bit more awake, a little bit more calmer. Just maybe give an appreciation for how much your body does for you. We put our bodies through a lot of stress and turmoil sometimes. And it never mourns. It's really nice sometimes to just give that deep appreciation for your body. Carries you all through life in whatever guise. So good morning, everyone, to your daily conscious catch-up. We are going to discuss, first of all the wonderful things that are on offer in this big, wide world of the internet. I made this system here to just contain everything. You can find full links to this in the description above. There's links to the week, there's links to today, and there's links for you to contribute your own offering into here. Today is Wednesday the 15th, and we have 16 different things on today. One of them's already gone. But we have 10:30 directly after this show. We have got a morning meditation with Angelita Woosman, who is on with us usually each morning. I don't think she's on this morning. We got the Gaga dancers at 12, and they're usually on at 2 o'clock as well. Yeah, there they are as well. And then at 12:30, we have got two types of meditation. One is with Lavinia Sanders. One's with the Tushita Buddhist Meditation Center. Then at 1 o'clock, you can do some fitness and calisthenics with Scotty Pepper. Highly recommend him. And at 1:11, if you wanted some more meditation or you'd missed the early ones, the Cosmic Granny Deborah Delglin is doing her weekday meditations at 1:11. Then at 5 o'clock, you got guitar lessons with Paolo Fucci, and there is fitness as well with Geraldo Lesco as well. That's Pilates. More Pilates an hour later with Julie Cowan, followed with some dance and movement ballet with Louise Bennett. Sounds really, really nice. And then at 7 o'clock, we've got a mixture between Hatha Yoga. If you want some more yoga or you want some evening time to stretch the body, it's highly recommended to stretch the body during this time. And we also have got story time. So at 7 o'clock every day, Mara Menzies does her story time with kids. So if you want some stories for yourself, or you've got kids and you want them sending off, then she reads beautiful story time, beautiful stories for you and children at night time. 7:30 tonight, we have empowerment prayers with Janita Akasha. So she's doing prayer and meditation and wisdom talks at 7:30. And then at 10 o'clock, every single night, you've got Angelita, you've got Uma Dinsmore doing Yoga Nidra, which is a calming meditation for the body before sleep. So 16 different things you can do today. You can gain access to this whole list at any point. Clicking the links are the same links every single week. A link for each day. There's a link for the week. And if you or someone you know offers something, then just click the form link, which is the link at the bottom of the three, and you can put your own offering into here as well. Gorgeous, wonderful good morning too. We got Nick Davis with us. We got Michael Happy Chappy Gowlett as well. Good morning, guys. I hope you're all super duper duper do wherever you are. If you want to sing, Nick, I know that you play. You want to sing us a song, then send me a message and I can have you on here as well. And if you feel up for it, you can click this handy little link that's moving along the bottom, which is also in the description above. Join me now. Come on. You know you want to. So, guys, that is what is on for today. Today's topic of discussion is the digital detox. Now, this is not necessarily coming off whatever social media channels that you're on or anything like that, but it's something that we've taken a few of our clients through, and it's specifically for or is catered more towards everyone from boomer generations all the way through to Gen X, and what is the other one called? The generation basically who grew up climbing trees and got computers in their teens. It's a really tiny one just before millennials. It's basically like very early millennials, because they say that millennials grew up with technology, which is true, but you're very early millennials, those born like 1978 to 1988, didn't. They grew up without technology, and then they got technology at some point in their like young teens, early teens, that sort of an era. So basically, the older you are with the advent of the internet and everything, the more crap you've got hanging around, because we didn't have to deal with password changes. We didn't have to deal with management and mitigation of your online identity. And so there's just a lot of crap lying around in people of this generation's age, and younger people as well. But I've generally seen it in slightly more older people, those that are, let's say, 30 and older. And so what we take some of our clients through is this awareness of starting to look at what you've got out there online. Usually you have probably signed up to a million different things in your years, and so your inbox is full of stuff. You've got things you've not unsubscribed to. You've got accounts all over the place. You've probably got 19 different variations of the same password, all of which are not secure. You could have 2 or 3 different email accounts. One is one that you had from school that says some random thing like, I don't know, cooldude7@hotmail.com. And then you've progressed onto something else, and you might have your name at gmail.com. The point is that we have all these straggling loose ends, and it's the digital equivalent of coming to someone's house and there's just crap everywhere. And at one point they're like, oh yeah, but I know where everything is. You do know where everything is, but at the same time it causes an element of confusion on the system to move into that space to identify where something is. Any of you that use Google Drive or any online drive repository, it's starting to see how it's a mess. It's all over the place because we've just added and added and added and added. And no one really thought, or we rarely, when we're younger, think about file structures and naming conventions and all these things that even now you might be like, oh, I can't be bothered with that. But there comes a point, especially when you're increasing, you're doing more business work, there comes a point when you need an element of organization to things. And I once read something somewhere that said, doing emails is not a thing. You wouldn't have had someone go, what are you doing today? Opening the post. It's not a thing that you do. It's just, it's a task that has to be done at some point as a means to an end. But allocating time to manage and deal with emails shouldn't happen. If you find yourself every single day deleting emails, then you've really got to ask yourself the question, at what point do you put a process in place? So that never needs to happen. And whether that's one of the best things I ever started to do was just every single day I'd unsubscribe from 10 things. And I'd even unsubscribe things from inside the spam folder because I was teaching my email client, like, that's not spam, or I don't want it. If you don't want it, tell it you don't want it. And one thing that's become in my mind recently was something like 70 to 80% of all mail that is sent is spam. 70 to 80% of all mail in the whole world is spam. All of that mail requires power to send it. All of that mail requires server storage to store it. All of that server storage requires power. So you could argue that 80% of all of the power used in order to run mail servers, to send emails around and to store emails is unrequired power. It's not needed. It's just wasted power. And if we thought of that like clean water, or we thought of that as useful medicine or as food, we'd think about it in a completely different manner. But because we think it's digital, we think, oh, it holds no, it doesn't matter anyway, it's digital. You can have as much of it as you want. But that's not necessarily true, because every single piece of digital storage we have has to be stored somewhere, and that requires power. And we don't really think about that. And we're amassing more and more data. Every single year, more data gets recorded, as in saved somewhere, than was ever made in all the cumulative compounded years of all the years gone by. That's how exponentially this is increasing, because we're going from saving pictures on phones that are tiny little squares to 4K videos all of a sudden. Everyone's recording in 60 frames per second, like vast amounts of data. So I really encourage during this time to just look at the same thing you've been looking at all the time. Start with your email client and just start to make a decision. Do I need half of these things? I delete most of them every day. Oh, I'll save it for that time when I'll read it. Do you? Do you read it? So it's just a really good opportunity to start saying, you know what? I'm going to tidy things up a little bit. If you don't have a password manager, I highly recommend people to get one. I use LastPass, not affiliated with them or anything like that. But I use LastPass because it is really, really easy. I don't even have to think about passwords anymore. They're all big, long, massive passwords. It just automatically generates them. Literally, I feel so much safer using it, and I never have to even think about it. Massive weight off my mind. So all of this space that we're moving into now, your digital identity is hugely important. I've had identity theft twice over the years. I know a few friends that have had it as well. And it's one of these things that you think would never, ever happen to you. So when it does, it really starts to change things. My prior company also got hacked. We lost a lot of money from that. That really taught a lot of lessons as well. And I always hold my hand up and just talk about that, because it's one of these things that people find shame over, and it shouldn't be. Like, it's a thing that happens, and so much of us is reliant on this digital version of ourselves and this digital world that we live in. So take some time, give it a bit of a clean, remove yourself from emails that you no longer need to be subscribed to, tidy up passwords, tidy up your drive a little bit, get things off your computer, all these things. Because if you've ever been in that situation where a computer has suddenly crashed or died, you know it's never a good position to be in. You lose a lot of valuable information. So utilize this time, find some space, find some more clarity in your digital world, and you will find a lot more time and energy. So that's what I wanted to discuss with a digital detox today. There's really helpful things you can do. Have a Google around. There's lots of other things. I keep it nice and simple nonetheless. Beautiful. Good morning to Aaron Broadhurst. We also have got Stuart Warwick watching with us as well. Good morning, people. Stuart was the very first business coach I ever got. I owe a lot of time and energy to that man. The only person who answered my question when I was crying out for branders, and I was like, I really need to brand my whole company. And Stuart just asked me, why? And he said, has someone said to you that your branding and your company branding is terrible? I said, what are you on about? And he said, has someone said that to you? And I said, no. He said, so why do you need to do it? I'll never forget that. Really stopped me in my tracks. So thank you. I owe a lot to that man. So where are we up to now? I don't have my little run through chart, but we will finish with a bit of a song nonetheless. So remember, I am still looking for artists, vastly running out of songs. We'll start to learn some more though. So this is a song by Quatley Vasquez, and it's called We Are the Light of the Sun. And good morning to Emma McNeil as well before I begin. Checking this. Oh, good. I started singing songs in the morning because I figured we all need a little bit more music in our lives. And I like singing and playing, but I'd never had the courage to sing in front of people. So I thought I would just start and begin during this time, because if you're working your ass off, it's nice to have a little break every now and again. And since I've been playing the guitar, that has definitely helped my system. So this is We Are the Light of the Sun by Quoutley. We are the light, the life of the sun. From the heart of the fire. When you're feeling the love, your light shines so much brighter. Love the moon, the sun, and the stars. Love everything where you are. Love your brothers, love your sisters. Pure light fills your heart. I love singing, I love dancing. We're gonna sing, we're gonna fly. We are the condors, we are the eagles, flying together to the sun. Somos la luz, vida, el sol, del corazón, del fuego. Y cuando siento el cariño, tú los brillo una más. We are the light of the sun. From the heart of the fire. When you're feeling the love, your light shines so much brighter. Love the moon, the sun, and the stars. Love everything where you are. Love your brothers, love your sisters. Pure light fills your heart. 'Cause I love staying up night and praying. We're gonna sing, we're gonna fly. We are the condors, we are the eagles, flying together to the sun. Love that song. As We Are the Light of the Sun by Quoutley. With one Spanish version that I didn't dare do anymore. Back to this, much easier. All right, peeps, we are at the end of the show. Nothing left to do but breathe. If you know any people who are doing any form of offerings, please do share the links above. Anyone has access to that form, that document that I made. You can view anything that's on any single day, and you can add to it at any single point. So I really encourage and welcome anyone to add to it. Find yourself somewhere comfortable, relax. Take your gaze inwards. We're going to do a few rounds of regular breathing. So empty your lungs and take a breath in to the count of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hold. 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hold. 2, 3. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hold. 2, 3. And breathe in. And continue at your own pace. Slow, rhythmic breathing. Filling your body with conscious breaths. Becoming aware of the coolness of the air as it enters your nose. Becoming aware of the warmth as it leaves. Becoming aware of wherever you're sat or let down, the contact that you have with the seats, with the floor. Becoming aware of right now. Finding your own presence in this moment. Not in what's happened so far. Not in what's going to come. Just right now. Giving thanks to yourself for giving yourself this time. It might be the only time that you give yourself today. And whether it is or whether it isn't, just taking both of your arms, wrapping them around your body, and just saying to yourself, thank you, I love you. We could all do with a little bit more personal self-love during this time. You're welcome to remain in this position, in this space, as long as you wish. The show is now over. Thank you, everyone, for joining me this morning. For those that have just joined us, good morning. Good morning, Misha or Mika. Good morning, Lisa. I hope you have found some peace. I hope you have enjoyed yourself. I hope you have a wonderful day. My name is Daniel Holenko. You've been listening to the Conscious Catch Up. Have a beautiful day. And remember, make sure you go outside for a walk at some point. Sending love to everyone.